Yeah, we can see. Nada, by the way, I think you're not screen sharing.
Oh yeah, I was like conducting the live streaming stuff and it's working. So
Mhm.
we're
Oh,
we're live
perfect.
stream now.
Okay, amazing.
Okay, wait. Let me go back to the slides.
All right.
Yeah. So here it was nice then to talk to finally meet someone in person so that we can finally see about their physical looks and then the real I don't know, like the real view of them.
The real persona, yeah, like.
Yes.
Yeah.
And about stereotypes, talking about the other slide, it's like we don't have that much stereotypes. I mean, we're being neighboring countries and stuff, or like we
Yeah.
probably don't really match those stereotypes. Like, for example, um, one stereotype of Argentinian is like we always drink mate. Actually, we do. Not me personally, but
You fit
but
in.
yeah,
You fit in.
yeah, of course. And another stereotype that was of Brazilians, it's like they shower a lot, and yeah, I can confirm that. Uh, and there's another stereotype that I always heard, but actually Leo said to me that it was a myth, and it is that Brazilians brush their teeth a lot, that they even brush them on the streets and wherever
No,
they can. So that's fake.
actually, we do the normal ways, like at the morning after you have your lunch, your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner. Like every time you eat, you're gonna brush your teeth. Right? That's the normal way. I think the whole world.
Yeah, but
Is it?
yeah, but yeah, but I heard
Okay,
that if
great.
if you if you are in you if you aren't in your home, then you will do it on the street, right?
Mm, actually, no.
Yeah, that's why.
This
It's
is
a
just
it's
yeah.
a it's a fake stereotype. So I
Yeah.
could confirm that.
But there's a real one. We love drinking coffee. Yeah,
Yeah,
in Brazil.
that's
And you
that's
saw
true
that
too. That
professionalism.
Yeah, I can really confirm that because one day, the first day in San Nicolas in my city, he was like drinking 3 cups of coffee in the morning, just like in the morning.
No,
That's
not on the morning. Don't actually just that's just me. But the rest of people probably gonna drink less.
oh
But
my
even
god.
though a lot of
It's great then. And next one, I think let's talk about the wait. Here. Yeah, my favorite part, the place that you visited. I'm sure that you visited a lot of places there, and yeah, let's talk
Mhm.
about it.
Yes.
Puerto
Oh, Puerto
Vallarta,
Madero. Okay.
my
Okay,
favorite place.
so yeah, so on our second day, actually, because it's kind of like the first day, because we met at 8 p.m. on a Wednesday. So we didn't
Mhm.
really do much that day. This was the next day in the morning, and we
Yeah,
we went to Puerto Madero. It's actually both our favorite place in Buenos Aires, I think.
exactly.
Like I know Leo really liked it, and I do it too. Um, in my opinion, I like it because it's a very first world like. It doesn't seem like, I don't know, doesn't seem like the rest of Argentina, to be honest. I mean, it's nothing bad though, but it's really like the United States or Australia. What do you think, Leo?
Well, yeah, like I was feeling like I was in a different country, even though I wasn't actually. I was feeling like I was in a different country actually, but I was like in South America. Yeah, so I was like, okay. And in São Paulo, the city that where I live, there isn't that much high skyscrapers. We got a lot. We did a lot. Have a lot of skyscrapers, even though they're not that tall as it is in Buenos
Yeah, that's
Aires,
all.
in Puerto Madero.
So,
Yeah.
there's something I should say is that Buenos Aires is very much like Europe. So it's called the Paris of South America. And
Wow.
I think that's actually true because it's very European like. But this part of Buenos Aires is more like American, more modern.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, like Miami.
I am.
exactly.
but a little bit colder.
Yeah,
But it's colder.
it's pretty much a fancy area. A lot of the stuff there over there is expensive. If you want to have a nice real deal, sorry, a nice real meal, you can go over there. Yeah, we had a good breakfast over there. Alfajores. I don't know if you remember that, Nada, the alfajores, which are
Yeah, I remember
our,
that food.
our Argentinian sweets,
Mhm.
and we drank coffee. We've been driving bikes around the ecological reserve because there's also a natural place on over all those tall buildings, which is nice. It's a nice contrast.
Yeah, it's
And
really different.
near to the river, and yeah, it was a very beautiful day over there. As you can see, when it's sunny, it's good.
Yeah, I
Like
can tell
color.
from either. Yeah. Well, what about the next place? I think that this one is also very beautiful.
Obelisco.
Yeah.
Actually, obelisco, right, Lucas?
How do you,
Doesn't-
how to say this word?
Obelisco.
Obelisco.
Isn't it obelisco? As you. Okay.
And that's how you say it in Portuguese, I think.
Actually, in Portuguese, it's obelisco.
Ah.
Yeah, well, it's kind of the same. So Obelisco.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was shocked because all of those, how to say that? Those lights, Lucas?
What?
Those, I don't know how to say that. Banners.
You were
I don't know.
you were
Those
shocked.
lights.
You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really nice because a lot of ones I thought I was like in New York City. Just kidding. But yeah, I liked it a
Oh
lot.
yeah, well, this part of the city, it's also more American-like. It's very like Times Square too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually, more like London because there is
Yeah.
European-looking style buildings and Americans lights screens.
It looks like London because of that. Like it was raining too. Like very British weather.
yes, that's something that got us really worried on our trip because the climate was so bipolar on that week.
Mhm.
Like on the Wednesday we met, it was rainy. Then on the next day it was like really sunny, really good day. Then on the next day it
And
was
cold.
raining again. But at the night it was not raining anymore, and on the next morning was sunny and nice again. Like what the heck? But
Yeah.
it went good all the way. So um, on this night, this was the first night we met. As I told you, we didn't really do much, but we had pizza
Mhm.
on a very known place. It was on a Netflix show too, so it's a very known place in Buenos Aires called La Meseta. In case you want to go to there, eat pizza, eat some pizza.
Not
And then
only
we went over
pizzas.
here to and then we went over here to Obelisco, which is like if you take a picture over there, you can say that you were in Buenos Aires because
Mhm.
it's like the Eiffel Tower for us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't take a picture there, you're now in Buenos
Mhm.
Aires. You've never been there, so
Yeah.
not California
And
anymore.
what about this place? It's like a food court or something. Like I've got a lot. Like I see a lot of like cafe and something.
Yes.
Yeah.
San Telmo, it's a neighborhood next to Puerto Madero. And it's also a very nice contrast because Puerto Madero, as we said, is very modern, new, while San Telmo is very colonial. It
Ah.
literally has it literally has that vibe of like being in the 8,000s, 18,000s, 1800s. I'm sorry. So like the streets, the houses, the shops, they all look like it was from if it was from 200 years ago,
Yeah.
which is nice
Even
too.
the
It's a
people
nice
there.
contrast. Even the people. But this place, Mercado San Telmo, which is a market where you can have food, where you can buy things, stuff. It's a very international place, actually. There's a lot of restaurants from all around the world. There's also a lot of Argentinian quality food, and that's what we went there for Argentinian quality food.
Oh,
There is
You
also a
can,
lot of tourists there, right?
yeah, we
It's so
found
interesting.
we sit on one of those tables, and on
Mhm.
my left side there was a Mexican couple, and on my right side there was an American couple.
Yeah.
and on and in front of me there was a Brazilian, which is Leo.
yeah.
So uh, I
Yeah.
was the minority in my own country.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the well, there's a lot of like very international places, and maybe this is like a place where you can buy like souvenir from Argentina, and then yeah, this kind of stuff.
Exactly. There's a lot of shops for that, like for Argentinian ingredients, for Argentinian souvenirs, and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a very conquered place for tourists. So if you want to go there too, that's a really nice place to go. Have
Mhm.
some meal and eat some souvenirs.
Ooh, so
Leo,
fancy.
you can talk about the food.
Yeah,
Of course.
I can see like
Empanadas.
the the infrastructure and also the
Mhm.
buildings there. It's very,
Yeah,
very, I don't know, it's very unique, and yeah, still I can finally feel that I'm in my eight 800s.
yeah, it's a nice food court.
Yeah.
And what about this? Yeah, finally.
La boca. La boca.
Yes, Leo,
People
you can
dancing
go on.
tango. People dancing tango there, and also
Oh,
the soccer stadio. Yeah, that was really nice there because I don't know how to describe that, but it's kind of like colonial too. And it's really charming neighborhood because were dancing tango and having lunch and drinking some wine. This is really nice there. I was feeling like I was like in Italy in the last century.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, the building is also very colorful. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the whole neighborhood actually is like that. All the houses are painted with different colors, and the floor too, the ground. I mean, there was a ground, a floor that was painted with different colors. That actually has some
Yeah.
kind of, yeah, this one. It actually has some history behind it. It's just that this neighborhood was inhabited by painters, and they have like a lot of paint, so they used it to paint their own houses, so they don't look the same. And that's what happened over here.
wow.
And then like it looks just like a Lego town.
Like Lego town.
Yeah, a Lego town.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
and
it's very beautiful. Like, and it reminds me to one of the places in here too that is also colorful here, but it's in another city. And yeah, it's called apa ya? It's called Kampung Warna-Warni. Let me explain it a bit in bahasa Indonesia. Jadi ini bangunannya tuh kayak lebih ke apa? Kayak yang di Kota Malang tuh loh, teman-teman. Di apa Kampung Warna-Warninya di Jodipan itu kan mereka juga ada kayak apa bangunannya kan warna-warni dan juga dijadiin kayak objek wisata gitu. Jadi that's why. Yeah, I'm done. I just explain a little bit about the city that also a little bit similar to this, where we can find a lot of colorful buildings, and yeah, this is beautiful.
yeah, and as Leo said, it's also a very colonial neighborhood. And yeah, with the difference that you can find people dancing tango and drinking wine, which is a very Argentinian costume.
Did you guys dance tango there too?
Oh no.
No. I wish I
none
could.
of yeah, but it's difficult. None of us can dance, and it's normally between a man and a woman.
Yeah.
The dance.
But actually, we danced cumbia, which was my
Oh, the
favorite music
cumbia,
genre.
Yeah,
that dance though.
Cumbia bichera, bichera.
yeah, cumbia biche.
And I think we still have this one, the barrio.
Barrio Chino.
Barrio Chino, which I think we all have all around the world. Chinatown
Mhm.
in Spanish is Barrio Chino, which is not as Argentinian as the other places we have seen, but still it's a very important place
Mhm.
for the city. It's the only like Asian town in Buenos Aires. And we went there to get our Asian ingredients because when we got back to my hometown, I would cook Thai food for Leo, and Leo would show me miso soup, which is Japanese soup. So we interchanged cultures over there. Not our culture, but our parents and grandparents' culture, which is
Yeah,
cool too
exactly.
because so it's not only two countries, but more than two.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
because
reminds
we're
me that you
Asians.
guys actually mix.
Exactly. We are
Yeah.
Latinos, but we are Asian Latinos. You have to remember that.
Asian lady, Asian lady.
Asian Latinos. Yeah. Barrio Chino.
So yeah, and we drank bubble tea over there. Do you like
Oh,
to drink
boba,
bubble tea?
boba.
Yeah,
it's it's called boba here. Yeah, with the
yeah,
milk.
boba tea too. That's nice. Even though that day, the shop that we went to buy to didn't have boba, so
Oh,
Yeah.
well, you
We
can
had
actually
caffeine
make it
ones.
like you can actually like make the homemade boba, but then I think it's a little bit difficult to make one because of
yeah,
texture.
it's
Mhm.
hard to do.
Yeah. Anyway, how long did you stay there anyway, Leo?
8 days.
In Buenos Aires, we stayed for 3 days exactly.
Mhm. Actually, I've been like 4 days because it was a day
Yeah,
more. Actually, more days
Leo has
actually.
been Leo arrived earlier, like he arrived
Mhm.
on Tuesday, and we met on Wednesday. So he was one day alone, and that's when he had to communicate with locals by himself. So you can tell your experience, Leo, about that.
That's right,
Yeah, that was
Leo.
kind of
Yeah.
tricky though.
Tell us about how did you manage to communicate with locals before meeting with Lucas?
Well, at first I was like, "Hola, cómo estás? Perdóname." That was the words that I used to know. But Spanish sounds really close to Portuguese, even though sometimes it's kind of different. I don't know how to say that, but it's just sometimes not. Actually, they're different languages. So yeah. But I was like, "Hola, perdóname. ¿Dónde puedo?" That's the word. That's the keywords that I used to know. And then the last day that I was in Buenos Aires, I was speaking more Spanish. So I was like, okay, so now I can speak Spanish.
you
Because it's
you
not
can
that hard.
speak Spanish within one.
Yeah, like the very first day, he was kind of lost, using only 4 words, and on the last day, he was already speaking half the language.
Exactly. I was talking
So
to Luca's
visiting the
mom.
language,
Yeah,
the speaking culture is good for learning the language.
so it's like you can see that on 7 days you can learn a language going to another country, but because Portuguese and Spanish are from the same family language, so they're very close.
Mhm.
Some words are the same, actually, even the same pronunciation and everything, same writing stuff.
Yeah,
So it's not that hard to visit each other country by
exactly.
yourself.
Actually, not only Spanish speaking countries, but also Italian ones. Not French. French,
Mhm.
not at all, because French is really different. But
Exactly.
actually, Portuguese, Spanish, and Italian, they're kind of connected, you know.
Mm. Yeah, that's why that will be easy for you to like learn the other Latin language when you already speak one of them.
Exactly.
Exactly. It's like Indonesians will go on a vacations to Malaysia. It's like
Yeah.
Mhm.
it's kind of the same language. So
I wouldn't have any problem like visiting the country, even though like I would speak a little bit different, but then I still can understand them very well.
exactly. So the
Yeah, I
same
think that's
thing. Yeah, I think the same happened for Leo.
yeah. Even though it's really easy to understand sometimes and hard at the same time too.
Even
Yeah.
though there's some kind of there's a fact over there that is that we have a lot of Spanish dialects, but Leo is now learning the Argentinian Spanish, and he had to get used to it.
Yeah,
It's the only
especially
it's the only country he's been to. And,
yeah.
and
You have to get like used to with the sounds.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm already pronouncing the words like yo también estoy yo instead of yo. Or,
You replace everything with the sounds.
yeah.
Argentina,
Actually, show me
Argentina and Spanish. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Argentina.
my favorite one too.
It's the best Spanish out there. Just kidding.
Exactly. That's my favorite one. My beloved.
And what about the experience that you have during the trip, guys? I think I will ask you like one by one so that we can have like different experiences.
Mm-hmm.
You can go first, Leo.
Okay, the most unforgettable experience during the trip. Brush.
Yes.
Fresh?
Yeah.
What's that?
Like I was really happy with the party. Like I was dancing a different genre there, and I was like, okay, I really like the sound, this music. And a lot of different like places I've been to. I really loved Cusca in Argentina. It's really unforgettable because this was my first time leaving my country, leaving my state, traveling alone, and traveling by plane. So I had like everything just in once. So this for sure is going to be like unforgettable. You know.
Like the whole trip is unforgettable for you.
Yeah,
Literally.
everything is unforgettable. That's the point, Lucas.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's great. If it's something like that. What about Lucas? What about you? Your unforgettable experience during the trip?
I I have to agree with Leo about Bresh, which is
Mhm.
the party we went to on Friday night. Um, when we were doing our meetup plan and the things that we were gonna do, I I brought that we have to go to a party. that's
Exactly.
that's required. And
Mhm.
one party that I really like to go to, I go like almost every month with my girlfriend too. It's Bresh, which is a very pop-like party. It has different kind of genres over there in the party. It's not only cumbia and reggaeton, but it's a lot of American pop music and hip hop and electronic dance music. So it's a lot of genres mixed. Probably music that you will not think that they will be on a party together, but they are. For example, like let's say Justin Bieber and reggaeton mixed together. It's like that's something you you don't expect in a party,
It's kind of funny though.
but
What is it?
but but it happens. Or for example, High School
Mhm.
Musical music. It's like what what, but that happened too.
Hannah
So yeah,
Montana.
so exactly Hannah Montana, the opening theme too. And I knew that if I really like that party and I like this music, I know that Leo will like it for sure. And he
Mhm.
did.
Yeah, I did because
Yeah, you
this
guys
was really
still look so like you guys really enjoy the party, and I can tell it from your stages. It was so
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, the
it was great.
picture we have on the PowerPoint, the first picture, it was over there. Photographer took
Mhm.
it for us. And yeah, I was like, dude, in this party, we have to put glitter on our faces. He didn't want to though, but I did because I
I was
always
like,
do.
no, no,
But yeah, there's something
because
cool
I'm
about
kind of
this
shy.
party. But like everyone is like that, so you didn't have to be shy.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And something cool about this party too is that you can go dress however you want. It's not like you have to
Mhm.
go with a really nice shirt or a really nice dress. You can go with your street clothing, and that's really cool about it too.
If I
Mhm.
go there with my hijab on, that wouldn't be a problem, right?
It would not. It
Yeah.
would be as cool as everyone.
Who was
To be
that? Was
honest.
going to be
It's
oh
really.
so cool. Actually, Argentina isn't Argentina like the let's see South American country with the largest Muslim population, isn't it? Or am I wrong?
Um, I don't really have any information on that, to be honest.
Okay, I'm not gonna say it's the real truth, but there's a lot of Muslims in Argentina. I'm sure about that, but I don't know if the largest community is that.
Yeah,
Like,
and yeah, well, just a random question. Um, is there any like mosque in your hometown?
A mosque. In my hometown, there is not. In Buenos Aires, there are actually. I've seen them. There are some mosques.
there
Yeah.
is a most real close here.
What about you, Leo? Did you see any like mosque when your trip to Buenos Aires?
Not in Buenos Aires, even though I know a place where there is a mosque. It's really close to the airport. But in São Paulo, in Brazil, I know a lot of, actually not a lot of them, but I know one, which is really close to a shopping mall where I'm used to go.
Yeah, that's great. So if I go there, then I wouldn't have any problem with that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
it's kind of different, but people gonna okay, you're a Muslim, so yeah, you're known, just like us.
Mhm.
Because Brazil is like a melting pot, so there's culture from many different people, so you're gonna be fine here.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
that's the good thing about being
Mhm.
And a negative point about our unforgettable experience that the party ended at like 6 a.m. it was
what?
it was yeah, it was hard
This is
to,
sad.
and we had to check out from the Airbnb at 11. So we had to sleep for like 3 hours only. And that's what we did actually. We were
Yeah.
we were sleepy the whole day, even though after that we had lunch in Puerto Madero again, and then we went by bus to my hometown. We slept on the bus. Actually, he didn't. I did.
I
I
didn't
think.
sleep.
Are you waiting?
Yeah.
I
You both
I
of you
did.
sleep and you miss a
No,
trip.
I was not sleeping because I was like, okay, I want to see its landscape, and I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was kind of boring because it's so flat and there's only farms and flat. And I was like, okay, there isn't anything else. It's just this. And I was like 3 hours just in the same kind of landscape.
Yeah, it's like a whole countryside. So that's only
Yeah.
it. With some cows over there and stuff like that, but not really that much
Yeah.
to see.
Mm,
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like here with a lot of like rainforest, but it's
Mm.
the rainforest. Yeah. So anyway, it was a very great experience to have the very um event in Argentina, and I'm sure that you guys have a very great time together.
Mhm.
Exactly. Yeah, we were celebrating that we finally met on a party,
Yeah,
so
that's
Yeah.
it's really nice. It's not as shocking as it will be with other people because we are neighboring countries. We have not the same music, but almost the same, and so like we understand each other cultures, and yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, that's great. That I think that yeah, Argentina and Brazil are neighborhoods, so I don't think that the distance is not that far away.
Yeah.
Exactly. like the music that there is in Brazilian parties is not the same in the other Latin American countries. But Leo
Right.
liked it. Leo liked reggaeton and cumbia, so it was cool.
Now I listen to reggaeton and cumbia because it's not that popular here. Yeah. Like there is a
Yeah,
Latino country where reggaeton isn't popular.
That's
And it's Brazil.
yeah, and like in the party, well, he didn't know much of the songs, but and I was like screaming all the songs because I knew all of them, but still, I think he had fun.
Yeah, I did have a lot of fun too. And I did know most of the songs, not not just a little, like
I was there.
Jabari.
I would just like dance reggaeton
Yeah.
and sing it. And I
Not a
think
problem.
I would know, like I would know the songs there.
But yeah, because you know more reggaeton songs than Leo, so you know.
Exactly.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Anyway, it was great to talk about your experience during the trip, and I'm glad that finally you guys can meet in person after years of friendship. I'm sure that will be a very wonderful experience. And talking about
Yes.
friendship, we're going to let's discuss about making online friends, because like
Yeah.
you guys before you you've never met before and then finally became friends online. So let's talk about how it goes, and is it worth it to have a friend online. And yeah, maybe I would start from Leo. What do you think about making friends online? Do you think it's safe?
Well, it's safe and it's not. Like you've got to be really aware on which kind of person you're talking to, because I had some bad experience, but most of them were good ones. You know, you've got to be aware, and if you're underage, like we were, you should have like your parents' clothes or someone of age. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it can
Mhm.
be a risk. What about Lucas? What do you think? Is it safe to make friends online?
I would think that most of the time it is safe. It's
Mhm.
just that I don't want to sound rude, but you just don't have to be dumb. What I mean is that you gotta know when there's a risk and when there is not, when someone is just like you, a teenager trying to make friends online, and you also gotta know when someone is a creepy, you know?
Mhm.
Most of the time you can tell the difference, but some people cannot. So I think like we should embrace because it doesn't really happen. Like learning on school about internet danger and stuff like that. I was never taught about that in school, or no one ever talked about it. So, but luckily, I never had a bad experience with it in
Mhm.
person. I mean, or like it never really did something like very dangerous. Of
Okay.
course, all of us met some creepy people, but it doesn't scale that much because of that. Because there's an option that it's block the people, so that's a cool feature on WhatsApp, on Instagram, on every social media. It's very important the block, and like if you learn how to use that bottom, then it's very safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, thing is like it get back again to ourselves. Like, how do we manage this virtual friendship? And what about you guys? How did you met? How did you meet? Like from the virtual friendship.
Well, an app called High Native.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's like a Facebook for language learners. And we were like, everyone was asking about stuff and how can you say that in French? How can you say that in English? And I was thinking about it. Okay, but what if we don't create a group? And then I met two different guys, um, a guy from Poland and a guy from Indonesia, just like Nada. And then we decided to make a group on WhatsApp. WhatsApp. and then we were adding different people in the app asking for, and Lucas, he joined the group, so that's how we met.
Oh, I see. So
Yeah, as you can see in the picture on there on the slide there, it's a high native screenshot. It's an app for everyone who wants to learn languages and who wants to be corrected if you're doing some mistakes or if you're not, or does it sound natural? And yeah, I think the three of us were there at one point, at some point of our lives, and yeah, that speaks for the three of us. We started being in the group because of that.
yeah,
Yes.
I remember the time, and I think that I joined that group like when I was 16.
Yeah,
16 or 17. Yeah, 17. I think it was when I was 17 years old. I know I'm
yeah,
20.
16, and I was 15, and Leo was 14. So
14.
so like going back to the last topic of is it safe? As you can see, it was safe for us because we could differentiate what is safe to what is not. And
Yeah.
to this day, we met, and now we are talking by video camera, doing a conference. We already know each other. We know that we are not fake. So it's like you just gotta be smart to make online friends to know when there's a risk, when there's not. Luckily, we are on the same page, and we just wanted to learn languages and learn English between each other. So it's cool.
Yeah, that's
and we've been doing that for 5 years. Like
5 years. How
it was
come?
amazing.
5 years.
I also remember the first time, like my online friends from when I entered that group. I was like, my English wasn't that good. Like I even like introduced myself using a very formal introduction. Oh my god! It was like, "Hello, my name is Nada, and I'm from Indonesia." And then when you guys like know my name is Nada because it means something in Spanish, and it was like you got confused. Like, is your name really Nada?
yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
that happened for real because I
But there
was
is
confused.
something.
Like, wow, nada.
My name is Nada. It's like what?
So you're nothing.
So you're
Yeah,
nothing. Yeah.
and that's where you guys like start giving me the nickname Nadit.
Yeah.
Nadia. But there is something something bad about Nada. He asked me to say her name as how to say back Nada, Malbec Nada, or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that.
And I was like, oh, so it's your real name? And she was like, no, it means like sir, something like that, sir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then it was because my name, like every time I tell my name is Nada, and then people, especially when they speak Spanish, they got confused. Like, are you playing around with me or what? No.
Well, I think it's confusing because you're also learning Spanish. So it's like, you're calling yourself nothing. Okay.
Yeah. Well, maybe they got like, you don't want to tell your name to me, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, okay, probably you don't want to say your real name. You have a nickname in Spanish, but why did you choose that one?
Yeah, but thankfully, I have like a pretty cute name for my name, like Narita,
Mhm.
pretty little thing, this kind of stuff. So yeah,
Nadinha.
yeah, it would be Nadinha in Portuguese if I'm not mistaken. Is it, Leo?
Yeah, Nadinha. Nadinha.
Nadinha.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it means like technically we've been like friends from for 5 years and some. So
Yeah,
yeah,
a lot.
twice.
5 years.
Mm-hmm. And well, talking about like experience of making online friends, then yeah, well, even though I've got a lot of like good friends here, but then still
This is my favorite one.
a
My
lot of
favorite
like
thing.
I met a lot of creeps there, especially with the it's not I didn't use like I didn't use that application, but I used like another application like called Hello Talk. If
Oh, I know
you
that
Yeah,
one.
Hello
Yeah,
Talk.
Hello Talk. It was kind of like that, but it more looks like a Facebook because like you can post like status in the
Mm-hmm.
timeline. You have a
That's
Mhm.
timeline. You have you even have like you can like comment and likes your the other people's status without having to be friends, so it's even wider community. Then
Mhm.
yeah, it turns out like I didn't use the application before because I didn't use the application anymore because it turns out to be like dating app.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Mhm.
felt the same. I felt the same exactly. It's like, oh my
Yeah.
God, what happened to Hello Talk? It was about learning languages between and getting friends from around from around the world, and then everyone
Yeah.
was like, this was like Tinder. It turned like Tinder. I don't know. It's
International Tinder.
like what?
But there is also another one called Speaky. I don't know if you guys know that one, but it's like
Yeah, I know about that.
really worse. It's now really worse now there because since the first time I installed the app, it was already that way, like a dating app, and now it's like 100%, actually 98%
eh,
dating app.
well, people feel like I want to learn the language and then so that I can like I want to learn your language so I can understand you more. I'm like what?
What?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
Damn, damn.
yeah. Let's
Well, I
learn some
think,
language. Yeah, the language of life.
Yeah, especially
yeah.
with cribs, like perfect people. I don't know, like if from certain countries, like the people will be stay the same. Like I ever like got asked about, can you take a picture of your feet? I was thinking that this person. So you are you selling sandals or what?
Yeah, what?
Yeah, I was clueless about this kind of like um this kind of behavior, and then I was I was just like I didn't know, and then when I searched it, it was like some fetish or something. It's
Yeah,
Yeah.
scary.
I was clueless about that too some time ago, but now that we all know about that, I still don't get it, to be honest. But let's just not talk about that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
some people,
Let's not get
some
into this topic.
like some people are just weird, and we have to understand that, okay?
Yeah.
And this kind of weird people, we're gonna encounter them at some time of our internet life, and that is one of the risks of making internet friends, in my opinion. And how we can avoid that, how to get rid
Mhm.
of them. As I
Yeah,
said, the block button,
Yeah.
that's a
yeah,
very good one on that
that's
one.
the safest
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. And actually, you never know who is like that. So it's depends on your look because I had an experience like that. Like someone sent me something I didn't want to see. And I was
Mm,
like, okay.
Mhm.
I was making fun, but now I just realized it's kind of way for I was 14 and a guy sent a pic of something. And that's kind of crazy, to be honest.
yeah, well,
Yeah,
I think so too.
Yeah,
when
but
someone sends you pictures without your consent, on where someone you just met is asking you for pictures or for information, like personal information, and you just started talking, or like you don't really know each other, that's a creepy stranger that you have to avoid on the first hand, and
Mhm.
you have to block that bottom, in my
Yeah,
opinion. If you are like a 14, 15-year old looking for online friends, it's very important to know that.
yeah,
If you wanna go on a conversation with them, it will just turn worse. Um,
Yeah.
so in my opinion, is just block that person, and that's
Yeah,
all.
just ignore. Yeah, exactly.
That way you can get rid of them, and it's gonna be safer for you on the internet.
Exactly.
Yeah, even right now, like I have blocked like around more than 100 people. I don't know, like somehow I feel bad, but another hand, I was like, this is the only way to save my life.
Yeah. On this topic, the most experienced one is you, Neva, to be honest,
Yeah,
because
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because there has been more groups than we did actually.
yeah. Well, I learned Spanish, and then, well, since it becomes my focus, I was like, okay, if you speak Spanish, then I would like to know more about it, and especially like you see that Spanish has a lot of accent. So
Mhm.
I want to know every accents from every country so that I can learn something from them. And then it turns out like somehow like some boys like they send me some creepy link, and some of them even
oh,
like flirt with
Yeah,
me. And I was like, okay, no, I was just stick to one group, and thankfully it's you guys.
yeah,
yeah, yeah. Like luckily we are all on the same page. As I said, it's not like, I mean, of course there were some couples on the group, but it was like nice.
yeah.
I mean, it
I
That's
don't
was
mind
like
having
nice.
couple from the group.
yeah, it was like a lovely thing. It was not a creepy thing or a flirty or a dirty thing. Um, yeah, so it's like, man, when you it's just hard because it's, I know these creepy people do it on the internet because they will not do it on person.
They
Mhm.
So
just yeah.
they get all the frustration that they don't do it on person, they do it on the internet
Mhm.
because they know you can get some silly girls, silly small girls would I don't know, would make their fetish completed, but it's not it's hard. It's a hard topic to talk about, but on
Yeah,
a summary to conclude, it's like you have to select your friends and like notice some, if there's some not normal behaviors like that. I mean, flirting it's okay, but like going to an escalated point of flirting, just like send me a picture of your feet, it's not okay.
yeah. It's not okay at
Unless if
all.
you really do sell sandals, I would.
No,
Yeah, I
no.
was just being too clueless about this clue, and then I was like, "What for?" And then the person goes like, "Wait, I forget." He was like, "Oh no, I just collecting people's feet," and I was, "Oh, you're a collector.
Oh, so cool. You can take
That's
a lot of
beautiful."
pictures of my feet. All right.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's just weird.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's weird
and the
as
other
fuck.
thing that
I'm sorry
we can
for
have in another other than creepy people is that fake people online. I don't know, like why would they fake themselves?
Yeah,
yeah,
catfishing.
yeah,
Have you
catfishing is
guys have you guys ever met someone being fake?
Actually, we
mm,
have.
I just can't say that because I met a lot of people, even though the ones that I'm still talking now, I know
Mm-hmm,
they're not fake. But
mm-hmm.
yeah, it's up to you guys because you talk with more different people
Did
than me.
I don't remember, but did we have someone fake in the group?
Uh, Actually, yes.
Really?
Ooh,
You
I don't
name it.
remember. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, and then yeah, we actually did, and since our group was filled by a lot of people in the beginning, and then
Yeah,
of course
exactly.
there's a lot of people that is not really like themselves, and then yeah. What about this case, guys? How did you get rid of this fake people?
Well,
Mm,
it depends. Like if you all hear audios and like if you handle long conversations, probably the person's gonna show the real identity, you know. But this is one of the reasons we don't add people in the group anymore. Like we stopped doing that.
Yeah, it's like
yeah,
it will be overwhelming too.
Yeah, exactly.
well, I think you can maintain a fake profile for some time, but
Mhm.
as you build a relationship with someone, there's gonna be some time that you're gonna show your real identity, as Leo said. Because when you first meet with someone, you only text each other. Then you start sending
Mhm.
audios and stuff, and now you see if his or her voice match with his or her age and gender.
Yeah,
And yeah, then you text and send voice notes. Then you want to see pictures, or you send each other Instagram's profile to see if they're real. Probably they can make a fake Instagram profile too, but you notice when an Instagram is fake or not. So even if she or he is good at doing fake profiles, then you have to go further and then make video calls or phone calls. And some people don't give access to that, and that's when you start wondering to yourself, is this person fake or real? Because we've been friends for 6 months, like really close friends, and he doesn't want to video call me.
yeah,
So that's when most people notice that someone is fake, and they are really good at being fake because they build a deep relationship with another person, being friends and close friends and stuff, and sending fake Instagram profiles. But when the moment of wanting to meet each other by video call comes, they don't access it. And that's when you notice that they're fake, but you're still wondering, why would they be fake if they've been like that this whole time?
Mm.
And so, yeah, I actually had some experiences like that, but it was like a long time ago. I don't really remember. What I do remember is this Iranian guy that was on the group that
I know
then
this
changed,
guy.
then changed to an American number, and that's when I
Mhm.
realized that that's another way to make a fake profile. Like I didn't know you could change your number like that, but yeah, that was
Oh
cool.
yeah, I remember this guy. He actually showed me how to do that. He sent me the link on
What?
how to get a fake
God
number.
damn.
I
Do
was
you
like,
even like
okay,
show how to fake yourself?
yeah, yeah. He sent me the website, and I was like, okay, I don't want to do that, but it's interesting to know.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh, thank you. So now I'm starting to questioning you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I'm not Brazilian.
that's when I noticed this guy might not be who he is. And yeah, it's it's harder to spot fake people than creepy people.
Mhm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I actually don't know how to really get rid of them, but it's hard. Like I don't want to say it, but there was also another girl on the group that she was from France, and I'm sure she's not fake, but she didn't want to do
Yeah,
any
I'm
video
sure.
calls. She would not
Ah,
show any pictures of her. She would not send voice notes. And it's not because she was shy, because she would talk about any topic and with everyone at any hour. So I knew she was not shy. But why would she not want to like show her voice or her face? I don't know. That's something that still has a wonder on me to this day.
yeah, but
Nah, that's the same for
unfortunately,
me.
she's not there anymore.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Yeah,
And
even though maybe it's also like for protecting her identity. Maybe I don't know. We'll
uh,
never know that. But yeah,
Yeah, but like we already trust each other.
mhm.
Like
yeah.
you know my face, you know my voice. Now it's
You
your
know your
time, but
mom,
but but she
you
didn't
know
do
your
it.
parents.
Yeah, like we know each other's location too, so it's like
Yeah,
For
exactly.
sure. Yeah, sometimes I even like share my live location to like to see to show my how's my day going, and then to make fun of my time zone.
yeah.
That's the thing. But the thing is, like, to overcome meeting fake people online is that sometimes I would just go through their Instagram and then match with their code, like country code. Sometimes, like, I ever met like the person, oh, you say that you're from this country, but why your phone number is this place? And then they'll be like, oh yeah, I live in that country for some years. So, and then I didn't change my phone number, and that's okay. And then once things get closer, I would ask for their Instagram account, because like it will
Mhm.
be like almost impossible for people to not have Instagram, like,
Yeah.
unless if you really like not into, or maybe you don't comfortable sharing pictures and etc., but at least you will have one. And then I can tell from
Yeah.
their followers, like, even though they have like thousands of followers, but then they only have like couples of likes on their photos, then I will start to question myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, yeah, like as I said, it's some people find it easy to fake themselves, or to, yeah, to make fake Instagram accounts and shit. Um, some people are professional being catfishes. I don't know.
Mhm.
It's
Professional.
how they dedicate some time to fake their whole personality and life. Like what? Why don't you just be yourself on the internet and we can like
Yeah,
have a good experience like we did, for example.
that's the thing, right? Because like, why would you fake yourself? It was, well, sometimes it will be like very tiring. Like, why would you, like, you will change your personality once you meet other people, and then you go back to your real personality. It's just being so
Exactly.
overwhelming.
Yeah, like
But
if
sometimes
Mm-hmm.
people start like
Now,
faking their identity, and they just don't know how to explain to the person he was not him,
mm-hmm.
and then he keeps like lying to himself and the people,
Yeah, that's the
faking
thing.
his profile.
And anyway,
Yeah, there's a
this is
lot.
the picture that you were in Rush.
exactly, yes, exactly. Over there it says fresh, very big. Nice
This
party.
By
is.
the way, I don't like this picture.
But you guys look good in this picture.
I know, like probably probably we were not smiling over there, but it was actually a nice night. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Mhm.
Anyway, how well, let's talk about the maintaining the virtual friendship, because I'm sure that it's not easy to maintain this relationship, especially like we've been together for like 5 years, and to be honest, I've never had such kind of like this friendship, especially the virtual friendship, for this long time. So what do you think, guys? How would you like maintaining the friendship online?
Hmm, that's a good point. Well, we just talk to each other. We never stop talking, and maybe because we've got a friendship of more than 5 years, so we have a really strong, like, I don't know how to say it, lace. Is it the way?
Yeah, strong bond or lace. It's the
Yeah,
same.
we have some lace, so that's why we we're maintaining our friendship for this long.
Yeah, I agree with that too. What about Lucas? How do you like maintain the virtual friendship?
I think that I think it's fairly easy for us too, because we have a group with more people. It's not only the three of us. We have a group, so every time someone would say something, the others would respond, and then that's how we start talking to each other again. And I mean, yeah, it's harder to maintain a virtual friendship because on real life, and if you have a friend from 5 years ago, you can keep your contact and relationship through, I don't know, like inviting them to have dinner together or to play some football together, for example. That's how you maintain a friendship on real life. On virtually, you can't do that. You can't have food together. You can't play soccer, football together. So what do you do to maintain a virtual relationship, virtual friendship? Um, you just gotta talk a lot. And it's also hard for us because we met 5 years ago, as I said, and we are not the same people as 5 years ago. Of course, we are
Yeah.
very different nowadays. Like, at least me, I can say personally, my whole personality, it changed like 80% from 5 years ago, to be honest. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but it's good because we used to get along 5 years ago. We still do right now. It means that we are on the same page. We are on the same vibe, kind of vibe.
Mhm.
I think having the same vibe would, it's what maintains us as good friends, and
Yeah.
as having something in common, such as learning languages. I'm not
Not
really
only
into
this
learning. Yeah, I was really into learning different languages back in the days 5 years ago, and right now I'm just learning Japanese and studying. I was studying for my English exam, the IELTS. But still, sometimes we talk about that on the group too, and that's something that interests us, uh, interests all of us. So yeah, talking about different things that interest us is how I would maintain our friendship in the group. Mhm.
Yeah, I think so too. Like I start to feel like a very close relationship with the group, especially in the group, and then I can learn culture, different culture, and also learn different things, and also the language as well. So I think that one of the things we can do to maintain the virtual friendship is that creating group where we can share anything together and without being judged or being shy about it.
Exactly. When we share some things that are from our own culture, for example, in the group, just like if there's a cultural event in Argentina, I would send a picture about that in the group and having a short explanation of what's happening. And everyone would get interest on that and they start asking, oh, what do you do that? Why is it? And that's how you maintain a conversation. And for example, if on television we see some international event happening, for example in Germany, then we would ask the German guys, dude, it's is this happening over there for real? Or is this
Right? Yeah,
happening?
yeah. Here's
Yeah,
like to what is it? To validate.
yeah,
Yeah. And
Validate.
also if it's snow in Europe or if it's way too hot warm in Indonesia.
Yeah, that's the
yeah.
thing too.
St. Patrick's Day carnival here.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I also know about Saint Patrick's Day from you guys and also from about many different celebration. It was totally awesome to have you guys in the group telling about your culture and activity. It's just so
Mhm.
um
And I think it's easier to maintain a friendship on a group
mhm.
than between two people,
Yeah.
because between two people is just you have to be close friends to be really on your phone the whole day talking to that person. It's like, um I don't even do that with my girlfriend. I mean, I talk to her a lot on the phone, but it's like I'm not really attached to my phone the whole day. So imagine doing that to a friend. um so like it's easier to be on a group with different people and talk, relatively like twice, 3 times a day, but keeping a conversation is really good to maintain friendship
Mhm.
online.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I also agree with that. And for the last thing is that the lesson that you have learned by making virtual friends, guys. What lesson did you learn?
A lot of different cultures. This is the most important part of it, like meeting different people and you start knowing their culture. Like it has no price. It's just different and then you start thinking differently, because I don't know how to describe that, but you just don't think the same way. Like, you start thinking there is so many different places and so many different people thinking so many different ways. So that's the part that I learned the most, at least for me. I don't know about Lucas.
Yeah, I actually agree 100% with that. Is that when you live in one country for your whole life and you only are attached to one culture, you don't really have a perspective on the world. So when you start making virtual friends, then it broadens your mind. You have like
Yeah,
different kind of
sounds.
points of view, different perspectives. There's something that would shock you, but then you start to see as normal because oh, they do it this way because blah blah blah, and we do it this way because of that. But no one is better than anyone. It's just that they're different, and it broadens your mind for real a lot.
Mm.
Um, like if you can really travel to another place, at least having friends from different countries, it's good too.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I feel like since having a friendship from other countries, it really uh, teach me how to tolerate differences, how
Mhm.
to
Mhm.
respect others, and of course, how to not judge others by becoming different than us.
Mhm.
So, I think that having a virtual friendship is really opened my eyes about the world outside mine.
Yeah, because when we are kids, we are taught that this way is the correct way to do it, but
Mm,
it's the correct way to do it in this part of the world. There's a
Mhm.
whole new world. There's like 200 different countries that probably do it in different ways, and
Yeah.
yeah, which is probably it's like probably you will not ever travel to those 200 different countries, but it's good to know. It's good to know that there's people living different lives, even though we probably live in similar looking cities and similar looking, and we wear similar looking clothes too, but it's just like it's different.
yeah. Well, I think that the virtual French, especially if it comes from different countries, is really helpful for us to learn other culture, especially like if we cannot have access to learn that country because of the distance, like for example me with Latin cultures, of course, like I cannot have a very intense lesson about the culture because of the distance, but I do feel lucky that I can have friends from Latin American country so that I can learn the culture from them directly by asking the native, and also yeah, so that I can have a brand new experience, brand new perspective, and brand new insight about how to see the world differently.
Mhm.
Exactly, because
So.
probably the only point of view we have about the foreign world, it comes from the media, such as TV and news and radio. And most of the time, let's be honest, it's wrong. Most of the
Yeah.
news that come from different countries probably is not the way it is. That's why I said when we see something happen on TV, for example, in Germany, we would go to the group and say, look, I'm seeing this on TV. Is this happening for real in Germany? And they
Yeah.
would say, yes, but no, because blah, blah, blah. So that's what I mean by broadening your mind. Like meeting friends from around the world, you can see the world with their own eyes, with a real
Yeah.
perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly. Just like
That's a very
when you about Indonesia, yeah, most of the time it's like a new earthquake is happening in Indonesia, something like that. You never know like about future or good things about Indonesia. Oh, this is a new good place to go in Indonesia. Like, you know, it's always bad stuff, bad news. You never know like
yeah.
about future and stuff like that.
yeah, that's why I start to like stop reading the media because they always
Mhm.
at things and start to talk to the real people, telling
Exactly.
psychology if it's true or not, so that I can be more sure and just becoming just very white and broad-minded mindset.
Mhm.
So
Exactly.
wow, it was such a great discussion, guys. I'm really happy to hear your story about how we met, and then also talk about how it feels to have a virtual friendship. And yeah, I'm glad that finally we can have a video call after years of friendship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I'm happy to share the experience because even though Leo is not the first internet friend I have met, it was, to be honest, the best one to meet. Because we've been a lot of time together, and we're really close in we're really close, differentiating from the other internet friends I have met. So it was cooler. Yeah.
Mhm.
We've been eating together, sleeping together, partying together, doing a lot of things
Yeah,
together.
Yeah,
because
I
we
think
share the same vibe. Oh, sorry.
yeah, I just hope that finally in the future I can also visit Latin America and meeting you guys. That will be such a great experience in my life.
Yeah, it doesn't come to an end because we still gotta do it with you, Nada, and with the whole group. So
Yes, we still have the big plan to meet in London.
yeah, that's another point that I think that would maintain a virtual friendship. Having meetings in person, planning them ahead, it's what keep us updated to date.
Yeah, I'm motivated to be talking the group because you're like, okay, so we're gonna meet. So we have
Mhm.
to keep talking and talking about the plan,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
very important.
yeah, that's the thing that we can do to maintain the relationship and
Mhm.
between the groups. And yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Anyway, before we end, let's take a picture together. I suppose. Let me.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, give me your best host.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Are your mark, please? Let's give it your best host.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Okay, wait a second. Let me share it to the group. Yeah, I'm
Answer like that.
having like online website. Okay. Wait, let me copy paste it because I'm screenshotted from. Okay, one more post, guys. One more picture. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, perfecto.
Perfecto. Perfecto.
I just want to
Okay.
add, it's cool because 5 years ago we would be kids. We didn't have any idea of money, and we didn't work. And nowadays, the three of us has our own job, and we have money to meet, and we can make it real. So it's cool. It's cool that we're maintaining our relationship.
Yes, that's the point. I finally like have money.
Yeah, to be honest.
Finally have
We
money.
finally have each other now.
Finally we can figure it out with our life, and yeah,
Yeah.
having great friends, a great life, great partner. It's just that's the life that I really like.
Mhm.
Yeah. We're young adults now,
Mhm.
and we're still friends. So I hope we're still friends when we become like real adults, like 30 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not like we were like dumb 5 years ago, but we are way smarter right now. We
Yeah,
we have
we're
more
wiser.
yeah, we have more knowledge on certain types of of things, just like traveling alone. We gotta be careful with that, and we know about that.
Yeah.
That's the
I will
thing.
do.
Anyway,
So yeah.
it's such a great time talking with you guys. I do feel so happy listen to your story and having your opinion, and yeah, I do hope that next time we can do it again and with more experience to tell.
Yeah, thank you, Nada, for hosting us too, and for inviting us to this conversation about our meeting, which was very important for the two of us, and for the group itself too. It's something that we won't forget, but we still have more meetings in the future. So
Yeah.
give us
We'll,
an update.
we'll state that. And so anyway, I think that's we can end it now because I'm sure that it's already late over there.
Yeah, I need to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's already late over there, and maybe I will go to work after this. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for your time and your story. It was so nice to listen about it, and yeah, hope you guys
Thank
have
you,
a
Nada.
great time.
How you how you say thank you in Indonesian? I forgot. Sorry.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih everyone who's watching us
Terima
too,
kasih.
and
Ya, terima
and
kasih semuanya yang
Terima
udah
kasih.
nonton live streaming Nada, dan if you have any questions about Leo and Lucas' experience, you can go through their Instagram account. I already put it in the description box. And
yes,
yeah, just that's it. And yeah, thank you so much, everyone. And que descanses.
igualmente. Tú también.
Yeah, have a great evening, and yeah, see you soon. Thank you so